Hi everyone, welcome back to Gears at the Sim Racing Podcast. I'm your host Ving, and today we're going to talk once again about sim racing news and what is happening on the sim racing world. I'm recording this podcast with Danny User from the ADAC SIMEXPO, but Riverside have other idea and what's happening with the company. And while they update some parts of the website, we lost the audio not only on my podcast but in a lot of people and a lot of content creators. So let's see what's gonna happen with the website. But I have to recorded everything again and doing a little bit different. So when I was talking with him, Logitech, Simucube, Cube controls are coming back to ADAC Expo. Is March and they already have 37 brands to come this year. So a lot of things coming, more brands than last year, and more important is Logitech is back. That means Logitech is releasing something new. I really think that it's time to release a new wheel, perhaps a F1 wheel. We don't know what's coming, but for sure they are doing something. But let's go talking about sim racing. IMSA is partnered with Automobilista 2. I love the word partner. Contraring what happened with WRC, contraring with what happened with the NASCAR, IndyCar, exclusivity don't work in terms of racing. We want more sims. We want the more development on the sims. For that one, we have to have access to the cars and we have to have access to what's happening. So we are, according to random cosine, living on the golden era of sim racing 100%, but partnership is what we need. Automobilista 2 is a key because it's the most accessible game that we have on these modern times in PC. The cost is still a little bit higher comparing with Assetto Corsa, but we know that the cars coming made by the mods or the cars coming developed by Automobilista 2, so it's quite important to have IMSA with them. First, we can think it. We're gonna have a full grid of what's happening on IMSA. That is probably a part of F1, the main, of course, IndyCar and NASCAR, but is the main endurance in terms of viewership, comparing with the WEC. Everyone loves IMSA. Another thing is can bring some classic cars that's been there, so I'm really excited. Small news: GT revival. According with Ian Bell, they are develop a whole new engine. Is Ian Bell? Take with a lot of salt, but I think Ian Bell is doing really well in terms of marketing. He always done it, so you know that a lot of things are coming for that game. You know that or what is happening normally is coming properly, and picture wise, graphic wise, is beautiful. We don't know nothing about the gaming. The game will come just to 25, but we know more about what City Revival is doing than games that are going to be released this year. Kunos, Nordschleife, coming 1st of April. Really important. Finally, Nordschleife is coming, but more important is Assetto Corsa or 505 needs that to work properly. Let me hear me out on this one. So the company have losses of 6 million on the first Q, 15 million on debt, according with 505 games. So that led me to questions. Will that have, based on what's happening with Assetto Corsa Competizione, will affect Assetto Corsa 2? And another question, did Aris left Kunos because he knew what is coming with 505 or just because he want to change? So now we have too many things to think, but yeah, we have another bubble explosion on the sim racing, and not only on the sim racing, on the gaming industry. More people coming out of the industry, more losses for the community. So let's see what's going to happen with this one. And talking about that one, WRC have received a more update. Andreas is coming now to WRC2, but I still suffering a lot of stuttering principle in fast cars when they kick more than 160 km per hour. As soon as they kick, I have always a small stuttering that after go back, but I have a 4090, so I should not suffer from that. The game should run flawless, but that I still thinking that is delivered to Unreal Engine 4. And talking about Unreal Engine 4, hear me out. If I follow a Netflix type of documentary with murdering, backstabbing, and everything, a little bit about the conspiracy theory for my part, and hear me out. WRC changed for Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5 for the next developments. Same thing with F1 24, ditching now the old Codemaster engine and jumping for Unreal Engine 4, and I presume next year ditching the old generation consoles, jumping to the new generation consoles, just Unreal Engine 5. EA Games is prior to this. They, for sure, they are making Codemasters, making a new game, WRC, and making F1 24 on Unreal Engine 4, a game that, an engine that is not owned by anyone. So they, if they want to scrap Codemasters in next 2 years and have a game or a base game built for the next 4 or 5 years, this is a pattern. So I know nobody in the sim racing community is talking about, but I'm really skeptic with the F1 24 moving to Unreal Engine 4 and not let Codemasters develop a new type of engine and not EASport using their own engine. So they are using an engine that is common to a lot of games. They are using an engine that nobody owned the pattern, if we say it, and probably that will be the backstabbing on Codemasters. This is my theory. Conspiracy, a lot of blood. I really hope that not. I don't want to be very mean, but I really think that this is gonna happen. And skipping on that backstabbing, I'm talking about sim arcade games. I think very happy for Malaysia. SP320 coming to Hot Lap Racing. It's a small game, they have been on the podcast, they talk with us. They are creating a game for the Nintendo Switch that will be portable for the PC, and after probably will go for the consoles. So it is a game that deserves our expose. They're putting a lot of effort. They are a really, really small team. If you want to know a little bit more, jump on our podcast number 50, and from there you will hear a lot about what's happening on the Hot Lap Racing, and you can know a little bit more about it. Iracing finally overcome the problems that they have with the rain. Although a lot of people was complaining that was from bad graphics or bad problems with memory RAM, a lot of people that I speak say that was just we need to update to the new graphics and reinstall the graphics that we had before. So there's a lot of people saying, but one thing is they don't suffer nothing more, and let's think that iRacing rain is masterclass. End of story. And to finish news, we need to talk about RaceRoom. Apparently, they will finally deliver Circuit de Pauville to the game. Finally, because it was scheduled to deliver in October, we don't know what's happening, but finally, it's coming. And I think RaceRoom deserve a little bit more love. I know it's an older game, but a lot of things there are working proper. Is really easy to input to jump on races, so give some love because you're gonna enjoy it when you play RaceRoom. Simucube have now the 360 Hz force feedback. I was asking when I let Danny jump on that, tell us what was the big difference. He said that you can see now a lot of inputs. He said that on the rain that is a big change, but is not a big game changer. But he expects that will be delivered for more content or more wheels. I know that this one is not hardware related, but Matt Malone made such a funny or Oscar-winning sketch when he talked about Jimmy Broadbent moving to Asetek. I will say that 70 to 80% is false. I think Jimmy will stay with Moza, and probably they have an agreement to stay with Moza for the next couple of years. But makes sense not in terms of the sim racing part, but on the racing part, because Asetek is more than a sim racing company. They focus on the racing. They have the LMP3 cars. They are sponsored a lot of racing drivers. So it will make sense to have Jimmy Broadbent come, bring that sim racing heritage, and probably having him not as an ambassador but as a driver. I don't know, but just see what Matt Malone have done it.
Hey, you know what I heard about Jimmy Broadbent? Oh, there he is. He's switching over to Asetek. That's right. Yeah, Jimmy's switching over to Asetek. He's got a whole cartload full of stuff. Oh, yeah. Well, Jimmy's got a cart full of Asetek gear, and I'll help you check out. Oh, hey there, Matt Malone here. Welcome to Asetek. Oh, you use my referral link and save 5% off when you use promo code Matt Malone. Let me just help you get checked out here. And yeah, well, perfect, great gear.
It's amazing. Other news is Fanatec Bundle DD, the F1 is coming. Gonna have the 50 Newton peak direct drive that is already part of the new one. Is a new OLED display for gears, LED rev stripe, flag for lights. You know, the Formula 1 logo is there. 12 ways, multi-position switches, 2 times encoders, 11 buttons, 2 toggle switches, and 2 aluminum magnetic gear shifted paddles. Come already with the KR2 and with a price of 13,000 euros. He's beautiful, but still a little bit pricing for a lot of our consumers. But you know, have a look on what YouTuber reviewers are doing. So have a look what they're gonna talk about. But for sure will be a good option if you don't want to have the GT1. In terms of mods, 2 mods that I will deliver on the Patreon. Monteveto from 1902 from 1976, 21 kilometers course, 250,000 3D spectators. It's really funny. Is not have any recopied off from the kilometers, so every kilometer that you're gonna drive will be exclusive. But you know, it's a mod, so it's not about the graphic, it's about experience. I drop a DTM car, or all DTM. I drop the LMP2 Oreca. I drop a Megane. I drop a Peugeot classic car, a Peugeot 206. So I have really fun with that. So it's a really good track. So jump on my Patreon to have a link for it. And of course, the car that comes for this week is the Oreca 07 Gibson LMP2. I tried on Spa. Really fast car to drive. Really fun. I love the grip. It's a 4.2 liter V8, 600 horsepower. So almost 1 ton on weight, 6-speed sequential. He's an amazing car. Modern LMP2 technology, so nothing more that you could ask it. I try on the Isle Climb, I try on Spa, and really enjoy it. So click on the Patreon because the link will be there for where you can download. To close on the videos for the community, Digit Gaming with easy way to get 2 million credits. Really easy way. Digit is the king on Gran Turismo 7. If you want it or you don't want to have it, he is a person that live, breathe Gran Turismo. So I feel that when Gran Turismo move to the 8, he will have a little bit sad moments, but Gran Turismo 7 in terms of content, Super GT, of course, we have Rory, Alexander, but Digit is there. Not on the numbers, but is there on the content, 100%. And to finish, one video from Overtake with an underrated person that I feel on sim racing, Emily Jones. She brings Automaster Rain in iRacing, the 10 tips on her part. She is fast. She have a very organized way to put the scripts. She knows how to speak to the camera much better than me, much better looking than me for sure. So I think Emily Jones is so underrated when it comes to sim racing, and she's so fast. So please guys, go there, give love to Emily, because I think she's one of the best when it comes to sim racing. For my part is everything. Next week Danny is coming back, but this time to talk about his news, and it's recorded. So don't worry, we don't gonna lose any of the voice of his part. So really good to have him aboard to talk about what is happening, his visions on the Germany sim racing and German racing on the moment. Of course, after that, Ian Mardenborough, IMSA is coming to the podcast, sim stuff, base performance is coming, Jude Peters, so many stuff coming, so you guys don't want to lose it. So please, see you next week.